All right, quick update. New day, feeling a little better today. I'm about to start taking this second gen part. I'm doing a tappet cover reseal, and it's also got a fuel leak somewhere right in there. This truck, I got it to where, let me see if I can find a light real quick. I got it cleaned up, got the broken bolts extracted that were for the oil cooler. It's pretty much ready for assembly. I've got the standpipes finally, got all the O-rings, gaskets, everything else that I need. So I'm gonna finish this one up real quick for this guy because it's not too bad of a job. And then I'll finish that one later today. I got one that's supposed to be here any time now to diagnose some emissions issues. And then I've got another one coming around 11-ish for just a quick oil change. So that's my day today. I got a lot of this stuff organized like I said I was going to. Got a lot of our core turbos. I like to rebuild these turbos when I can, so I keep all the cores. And we've got, that's the TK side of my truck that I've got to rebuild so I can finally put my drive shaft back in. And I've got another customer, I'm doing a transfer case and the lockout hubs on a 3rd gen, which is going to be cool to do. Never gotten to do those, and I always wanted that kit, but I didn't want to spend the money, so we're doing that. That's the Yukon locker kit. That one's going to be fun, hopefully, as long as everything fits right. But yeah, we got our tranny rebuild area done-ish. I still got to build a wall here and put some more pegboard, put a big sign and some shelving there. And then I need to start tearing this turbo engine down for the tube chassis. I kind of put that project on hold so I can get everything organized and start cleaning up around here and going through my stuff. But yeah, since Nick quit us on Friday, this was kind of his area, so I just kind of went through and I'm making it more efficient. And there was just so much shit over here. Getting rid of that fridge too, and I'm gonna build this one into this shelf, so that way I just have at least something, because I don't need that big fridge. I can put part shelf right there, build me a little corner part shelf, and get rid of this whole deal. And then I'll probably end up getting rid of this bench and building a big metal one, or moving my toolbox over to there if it'll fit. So that's what I want to keep this area clean, because I like to yesterday roll my toolbox up right here, and then I could work and have my toolbox right up against it and still have room to walk all around and do all my stuff. So still got a lot of organizing to do. I got to go through all my training parts, figure out what all I got. I got to go through, I've been selling a lot of the engine stuff. I got to get rid of some more of that. I gave my buddy old Dylan over at Osgood Mobile Repair I gave him a parts washer that I had, because they need something for cleaning Banshee stuff. But if anybody's got an old clapped out dump truck or old clapped out tractor or anything like that, or clapped out semi truck, he likes that stuff. He likes big projects, so send that over to him at Osgood Diesel Repair in Cashin. That dude is, I don't know what his deal is with old stuff that shouldn't be on the road anymore. That's right up his alley though. He loves that stuff, so give him a call. No, I'm just kidding. He hates that shit. So, but if you guys do need semi repair, call him. He's got a shop over in Cashin, and he's trying not to do too much mobile, but he will let you bring it to the shop and he'll work on it in the shop. So if you guys are local or even just need anybody, give him a call. He's pretty good. Once I get this engine stuff out, I'm debating on what I'm going to take, because I'm trying to sell these tire machines too. So I'm debating if I'm going to take some of the shelving down. I can take like one down and make more shelves like here that would be usable. And so I think I might do that and then put like my fab table or something over here, or even like my tube chassis build right here and work on it right here. I don't know. Because eventually this is going to be the entrance to the new office. And I'm going to have that situated this summer. So we'll see. We got too much stuff to do. Now that we're a one-man band, we got a lot more work. So just got to keep grinding. Keep moving. Got the compressor fixed. I don't know if I videoed that, but I ended up having to put a new motor and a new shut off on it. But we got 6.0 parts in there. All right, I'm gonna get to grinding on this thing. All right, so we got an update. This tappet cover is about to go on. This is the one that you silicone. I got most of that cleaned up. I need to go through and wipe it down. That's where I'm at on that. I had to do a little cleaning on here because they polished it. I left all the debris stuff in there. But it does come with hardware. And so that's just a little update. I'm gonna get this on there and set and then go to lunch and see where we're at from there. After this thing after that is I gotta test for a boost leak. I gotta take that intercooler pipe off, put my deal in the block off deal in that one, put my air in here, put some pressure to it and see if we've got a leak somewhere. I'm kind of thinking that the leak was here because that was silicone and that gasket looked like crap. So the next after that, I'm gonna put that pump back on. Looks like that pump's been replaced. Looks like they had the ECM replaced too. He also said something about a fuel leak, and I think his fitting on this banjo fitting on this line was really loose on both of those. So I'm thinking that might be where that fuel leak was coming from. had to switch over to the iPhone because the GoPro memory card is full. So we're still working on the second gen. Get everything back together. I got the lines on yesterday before we had to leave. But I'm about to fire her up here in about an hour or so. Get the fuel filter and all that back on. I still need to check the boost leak that he said it had. Pretty sure his fuel leak was that fast pump. The fittings were loose because it's like a banjo fitting, and if you rotate it, it would like come loose a certain way. It was weird. I don't know. But I'm pretty sure that's what that was. And then I got to charge the AC. Just so he has it, I guess. Make sure it works. I don't remember what the deal was with that, but that's where we're at. So I'm going to get on that and get the day started. All right. Back. My hair's a little psycho today. Anyways, we're going to hook this air up. We're going to send some air to this intercooler. And what is it doing? Anyways, we're going to send some air to this intercooler. I'm going to test it, check for leaks, see where we're at, and pretty much got the rest of this all buttoned up. All right, let's see where we're at here. Let's say like 40, 30. Let's say probably 40 is safe, right? Damn it. How annoying. All right, boost leak's fixed. Had to readjust all those clamps. Put the pipes back on where they go. And I had to twist the pipes where they go and then readjust the clamps. Because like this one was halfway off, that one was halfway off. So they're all good now. Still gotta, that's why we were addressing that tappet cover. Hopefully that is the only leak. I'm not sure with the second gen. With the second gen, you never know. There's always tons of leaks everywhere.